Hey guys, it's Jane, and welcome to Martial Arts Journey with Jane. Today, I'm really excited to share a conversation with someone who left a deep impression on me, Alessandra. She's a world champion in Kyokushin, incredibly skilled and strong. But what truly stood out for me was her kindness, her humility, and quiet grace. She's not just a fighter, but genuinely inspiring person. I hope you enjoy getting to know her as much as I did.
Hi, I'm Alessandra Desar. I'm 18 years old and I live in Australia, Melbourne, and I train under Shihan Judd Reed at Jakara Dojo.
Can you take us back to the moment you first stepped into a dojo? What sparked your interest in karate?
So my dad had a big impact of me starting karate. He himself growing up, he loved watching the karate movies and Bruce Lee and all of that. So he couldn't really do it himself. So after having me, his first child, he really wanted me to get into it. And his friend actually did karate for the first time. And his friend introduced it to my dad. Instead of my dad signing himself up, he signed myself up when I was 6. And I had no clue about it until he told me out of nowhere. And so I stepped in to the dojo when I was 6 years old, my first time. And just seeing everyone training, I was like so shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And then once I started training, it was so fun. I made new friends, I gained confidence, and then I just felt like it was my thing to do. It became my sport after a while, and I really love it and enjoy it to this day. And I can see it being in my life for a really long time.
Awesome. When did it sink into you? Like at what age that this is a sport that I want to do, or a career that I really want to continue in the long run?
So when I was younger, I didn't start off with Kyokushin. Mm-hmm. I started with Gokan-ryu, so it's a mix of Goju and Shotokan. Mm-hmm. And maybe around the age 12, 13, because when I was really young, I did competitions and I did kata and kumite, but I wasn't really good at it. But after a while, once coming to Australia, I started, I think, putting more effort into it, like more passion and spirit into it. And then I remember winning my first tournament where I got gold in both kata and kumite. Nice. And that made me so happy and so excited. And then after a while, I continued winning, and that just sparked so much more in me, and that flipped the switch. And then also moving from Gokan-ryu to Kyokushin was a little bit not really hard, but it was different. 2 different styles, 2 different fighting and katas and everything. But my background did help with going into Kyokushin. And then I think I had my dad really saw that I was really, really giving a lot into Kyokushin, and my kumite really stood out to my dad and also Shihan Judd, and they saw that like I could do really good things and hopefully expand more into it, and that also switched in my brain as well. I'm thinking to myself, I can really go do much more with my fighting and seeing where it can lead me. So it really switched me on.
I was just wondering, like, how was it? I've never had the chance to go that far in karate back in the days. How is it to be in Japan and competing internationally?
Oh, it's such an incredible experience. First hearing about going to Japan for the first time, it was like a dream. Like I'd never thought in a million years I'd be going to Japan to compete. but leading up to it, training for it, and then being there and competing, it was such a surreal experience, and it was so fun. I had my dad there with me and all my teammates as well competing. We had some of the little kids fighting as well at the icon tournament, and it was such a fun experience with all of them, and it was so great.
I could only imagine how exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. I just want to take this opportunity to thank your dad also for allowing you to do this interview with me.
My dad has been such a big figure in my karate life, everything. He's really been my motivation and been the one person there with me each step of the way through everything. So really grateful.
Yeah. Did you ever imagine when you first started that you'd reach this level?
I always knew that I was going to continue karate for my whole life. I've always known that it's going to be in my life. I was never really going to stop doing it. But I didn't really think about traveling internationally doing karate, really. I thought more, I'm going to do karate forever. I'm going to reach higher in my belts, grade more, all of that, but never really being where I am right now with my kumite and how far it's gotten me, traveling all over the world, which is such an incredible experience.
For me, it felt like it's in my blood, and I can never keep it in a drawer or forget about it, because life happens. So it always, like, wherever I go, and how can I help the community? How can I be involved, even if I'm far from my organization? It's my dad's black belt. I never call them in their names. I call them uncle, because for us, they're part of a family.
Yes.
They're a family.
I definitely understand what you're saying about the whole family thing. I really feel it also at our dojo. Like I see them every single day, mostly 7 days a week, like for a long time. They do eventually become family, and it is such an amazing feeling seeing them and knowing that we're all going through the same experience in our karate journey together, which is very amazing. What was
one of the biggest obstacles you faced on your path in your journey, and how did you overcome it?
I'd probably say motivation would be one of the hardest obstacles. Some days I don't feel like going to training. I want to stay home, do other things. So having my dad is one of my big, talking about him again, he has really pushed me saying, come on, Ali, we have to go training. And at this point now where I am, and because I've been doing it for most of my life, I don't need to think about it anymore. Like I just show up now. Now I get to the point where Dad's like, Ali, let's go. I'm not like fighting him, not saying, no, I don't want to go. I know I'm at the point where I know when I don't want to go to training and I end up going, I know I'm going to feel so much better afterwards, if that makes sense. I know, I think to myself right now, I know I don't want to go training, but once you're done working out, hitting the bag, doing some sparring, maybe I'm going to feel 100 times more better, and I'm going to be happy that I showed up to training. So it goes hand to hand with being mentally strong and keeping myself strict and disciplined with showing up, training, and everything goes hand in hand together.
How has failure or loss in a competition, or even just like the training that you have a goal and you didn't really get to that goal, how did it shape your growth as a martial artist?
Losing or like not meeting to your own standards really hurts. It really does. It shakes you up. I know from losing I cry. I feel like I let people down in a way, like, you know what I mean? So, but with that feeling also comes knowing that it gives you more power, it lights a fire under you. Telling yourself that you're gonna go back to the dojo, you're gonna work 100 times more harder, and then the next time you go and compete, you're gonna smash it. You're gonna do so much better. So it hurts, but with that, you know that you're gonna smash it after.
What message would you give to young girls who might feel intimidated to join martial arts?
I would say have confidence in yourself. Believe more in yourself that you can do it. There are so many karateka women out there demonstrating how powerful we are as a whole. So getting inspiration from them and seeing them and believing that if they can do it, you can do it as well. Definitely 100%. Have no self-doubt in yourself and just believe, and you can do it. You really can.